Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. It's another one of those days when I've got the sun shining through my living room window. Very bright it is actually, but we also had some snow last night and that snow has melted with the sun, but the roads are wet. And I'm supposed to go to my bingo tonight, but I'm keeping an eye on the road because the temperature is quite low and that snow could end up, well, the snow that's melted is water now, so it's going to end up ice on the road. And if it's that, I will not be going. So I'm going to have to tell my friend that I might not be going tonight. She won't be happy. Well, till I get your husband to take you. He does nothing anyway on a Thursday night, so it's not going to hurt him to take you there and pick you up again. That's what I'm telling him anyway. But anyway, I have one of my little cardigans completely finished. It's going up on my Etsy shop. It's not up yet, but it will be soon. It's a 22-inch. You know, one of my favourite patterns, one of the easy patterns to do with the open moss stitch. I finally got this finished and got all the buttons on, and I've got a tutorial for it. I've put it up on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting, but I'm going to sell this a little bit more on my Etsy shop because I'll probably sell it for about £10 because it is a bigger size than the other ones I've got up there. And I do have to take into consideration when I put the prices up that what Etsy charges. They do charge, just to put a picture up, you can put up to 10 photographs of whatever you're selling and it costs you 18 pence. Then they take 5% when you sell anything. That's for Etsy themselves, but the transaction, because of, you know, going through credit cards and debit cards and things like that, they take another 4% for that. They take VAT for certain things and this price and that price. And I know I had some sales the other day. I think they came to about £27 and I've got about £22 to pick up. So out of that money, they've taken about £5 for whatever things they take it out of. So you have to look into things like that when you put the prices up for things like this, is what you're going to lose. But I do sell them on, if I can, I put them up on Facebook, on the marketplaces on Facebook, and I do sell them for cheaper on there. So if anybody sees anything of mine on Marketplace, it will be a little bit cheaper than they are on Etsy. And I have had one or two sales on there, but most people that contact me seem to want bigger size than what I've got on my Etsy shop, so I'm going to have to do some bigger little cardigans, but they do take a little bit longer to knit. So I've got that one, and this one I do little bits when at my granddaughter's because these are ones that I'm doing for myself. So this is another 22-inch, it's a basket stitch, this one. So I managed to get one of the sides done when I was at my granddaughter's yesterday. So I just need to finish that one, and the sun's shining a little bit much for the to see. But it is my own style of basket stitch. I have looked through a lot of patterns and I haven't seen one like this one. And it's a very simple one. It's just 4 rows of knit 2, purl 2, and then 4 rows of purl 2, knit 2. And I've seen a lot of basket stitch patterns on other things and they look just so complicated, and there's nothing to this one. So I'm hoping to get that one finished, and I'll get that one up on my shop as well. That'll be another 22-inch when it's done. And I have been doing some crochet. Where is it? This was the poncho I was doing for Dagry. I have started to pull it out, what I have done of it. You can't tell on here, but I started using these circular needles, which I've never used before. They're quite easy to use, but my tension is just terrible. The stitches are all different sizes, and when I was looking at it, with it being stocking stitched, it stood out a mile. Now I thought, I cannot send that to anybody. To me it was disgusting. And I didn't like the way the stripes were coming out on the stocking stitch, because I had put two colours in as well. I've pulled it out, but I've been crocheting from this bit. I've just been crocheting and pulling it as I went along. So I've decided I'm going to crochet it instead of knit it. But I'm still going to do the stripes exactly the way it was on here, with the stripes going down. So this was just a piece I tested. I was doing this, these were 5.5 millimeter. Yes, these are 5.5 millimeter, the circular needles. I think these might be all right if you're doing a pattern, but for me, not being used to them, I need a lot of practice before I can do anything on these sort of things and sell them. I think if it was a pattern, it would probably be all right, because it wouldn't show up the different size stitches so much. So that was why I decided the crochet would be better, and I'm still going to do it with the stripes going down. So I've been using all different size hooks, and I started off with, at the bottom, I've decided just to do the double crochet, which is just slightly different to the way I normally do it. And I started off down the bottom with 5.5, done a couple of rows 5.5, and then I went up to 6, 6.5, 7, and I got to 8 round about here. And I'm looking, I thought, well, you know, you can nearly put your finger through the holes. I don't like that. So I came back down to the 7. That wasn't too bad, because there is 2 strands of this that I'm crocheting together. And then I come down to the 6.5. And I think what I started with was 5.5, but I think the 6, not that one there, I think it was that one there. I think the 6 millimeter in the crochet is going to be all right for the crochet. You seem to be able to use a bigger hook and crochet with the same thickness of yarn as what you do when you're knitting. So I think I'm going to do the 6, use a 6 millimeter one, and I'll get it done a lot faster. I mean, I've done that, it only took me about 10 minutes to do that little bit crochet there, so I'm going to get it done a lot faster. So Dagry might get it before Christmas. And that was just a little bit that I did that today, trying to work out exactly what I was going to do with it, because I've pulled it out and I've got the other colours I had put in and these ones, and so I'm going to carry on with those. But I also have Claudette's cardigan as well. It was Claudette and Dagry asked me for these things. I think they were both on the same day actually, so I'm doing a little bit of each. And as it's daylight, I can do a little bit of this because it's nearly black. It's actually more like charcoal, I think. And I like daylight to do these dark colours, because I can't manage the dark colours of a nighttime. It's not so bad if I put my ring light on and shine it on what I'm doing. That does help. But I need to do with getting both these orders both on the same day. I think actually that Claudette's came a little bit sooner. But being both on the same day, I'm doing a little bit of each to get them done. And like I said, I'll not be getting any done tonight because I'm going to my bingo. And I hope I'm as lucky as I was last week. That was £204 I won last week. So up to now, my friend is the only one who hasn't won a large amount of money. All the rest of us have. So I hope it's her turn, because we share, so I'll get half of whatever she wins if she wins. With a bit of luck. And I just hope that the weather doesn't stay too cold, because if it doesn't get down to freezing, the road should be okay. But the country road that I have to come along will be black ice along there, and there's no way I'm driving over that. So that's my little bit for today. I now have to sort out my little cardigan and get it put up on Etsy, in case anybody wants to buy it. Put that down and put my crochet down, so I have to pull the rest of this out now. That's a big long piece. At least when I took it off those needles and I put it over my shoulder, I could see it was about the right length. So I have to measure that to see exactly. That's what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to measure the stripes in inches where they have to go, but I'm going to measure this whole thing to see exactly what size chain I have to start with, because my chain's going to have to be this long. So I'll probably keep this like this until I've got the actual chain done, then I can measure it up against it. So that's my little bit for today. So wish me luck, everyone, on the weather and if I get out on the bingo. So bye for now, catch you another time.